yeah, savoir, we love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In this bulletin, police investigate USP protests. Social welfare survey affected by COVID-19. And Fijians urged to seek help.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Ateda Lendua.
Decisions on the government's next step in relation to COVID-19 will be announced in the coming days. This was confirmed by Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama while commissioning the Rukurukulevu seawall in Nandronga today. Speaking to villagers, Bainimarama says that he knows people have questions about the country's health directives in regards to the coronavirus. The Prime Minister says he will make the necessary announcements at the launch of the new mobile contact tracing application called Care Fiji. These will include the reopening of schools and the scaling back of other measures. Bainimarama told the villagers the government is finalizing its assessments on how to responsibly take Fiji forward into the post-COVID-19 era. Police are continuing to investigate the public gathering of staff and students at the University of the South Pacific last week. The police earlier said they will not hesitate to arrest people who breach the COVID-19 restrictions. USB Chief Librarian Elizabeth Reed Fong was yesterday taken in for questioning and released an hour later. Fong maintains that they were not protesting but were supporting the now suspended Vice-Chancellor Professor Paul Alwalia. USB Staff Union Vice President Ilima Finiasi was also taken in for questioning yesterday and released soon after. The response from social welfare scheme recipients to the recertification program was low due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Social Welfare Department Director Rupeni Fatiaki says the program began weeks before the lockdown and the pandemic affected the efficiency of the exercise. Fatiaki says they've been unable to update biodata of more 77,000 people covered by various social welfare schemes.
Starting the lockdown and then we're having Suva and then the whole country coming on lockdown. Those number of weeks have really impacted the return of forms. And so we saw in those couple of weeks, we saw the number of forms coming back was very low. And then when it started opening up again, we started, forms, coming back again with big numbers. And so we had locked our cases during the COVID lockdown.
Newly launched NGO, the Hakua Foundation in Singatoka, will focus on 6 thematic strategies. Founder and director Sili Tandonu says they will work on alleviating extreme poverty, education, health, proper housing, disaster response, as well as sports and recreational activities. Donu says their survey indicates that most social problems in the Nandronga Nabosa province relate to these issues. She adds they are also prioritizing the health needs of underprivileged Fijians in the province.
We have had past issues where children would like to go to overseas for surgery, and there is no one to support them, or they go around looking for funding to fund their overseas trip. So that's where we this is why we put health as our third strategy. And also, since we are going through this pandemic, we have volunteers that will be raising awareness on COVID-19.
Amidst the problems arising during this COVID-19 pandemic, the mental health and well-being of people is also a rising concern. However, with various forms of help available, communities and individuals are being urged to reach out. Psychotherapist Selila Kuruleva says the hardest part is people reaching out and realizing they need help. She says people are suffering with their own mental issues and should be able to speak to someone.
Support is available for everyone, and we must utilize the services that we have. you must call us. We might be really good at our jobs, but I tell you, we cannot read anybody's mind. So you need to tell us what's going on and we will try and assist.
The Agriculture Ministry has recorded an increase in entrepreneurial farming amidst COVID-19. Permanent Secretary Ritesh Das says there's a pronounced interest from Fijians at household level to take up commercial farming. Das says such efforts will further boost the agriculture sector.
I hear of stories every single day where people actually are moving to agriculture. Where they have land, they want to utilize the land for agriculture. Where they don't have land, they want to acquire land to do agriculture. Where households have actually done small backyard farming, they're now looking and say, wow, I can actually get into commercial agriculture by securing maybe a small plot, a quarter, half acre, or even an acre of land.
Two former senior officers of Fiji Corrections Services, Commissioner Ifiremi Vasu and Acting Deputy Commissioner Peniasi Konatumba, appeared in court today. Both were acquitted of abuse of office by the Suva High Court late last year, and the Fiji Independent Commission Against Corruption is appealing the ruling. FICAC alleges that in 2017, Vasu facilitated and approved the purchase of goods worth over $131,000 from the Namboro Minimart, for which he was a company director. Kunatumba was also charged with one count of abuse of office for allegedly facilitating and approving the purchase of goods worth $54,000. FICAC has been told to make a written submission by 27th July, while the response is to be received on August 19th, the same day the appeal is called for mention. The construction of the new Tamabue Y Bridge is expected to finish by the end of this month. The current bridge is identified critical infrastructure linking the capital city and Lami along the Queen's Road. Fiji Roads Authority Chief Executive Jonathan Moore says contractors are expected to seal the roads soon.
Well, I think in the next 2 weeks we'll be sealing the approach roads. We're hoping it will be functional by the end of this month.
The Indian Army says that 20 of its soldiers had been killed in clashes with Chinese troops at a disputed border site. This is a major escalation of a week-long standoff in the Western Himalayas. Up ahead, funding secured for Olympic wind film, and Bati prop out for eels.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
There's no confirmation on when filming of a movie based on the Fiji Sevens Olympic gold medal win will begin. Fiji Mbati prop Kane Evans is unavailable for selection by the Eels for this weekend's NRL Round 6 clash against the Roosters. The Rewa Football Club knows competition will be tougher than before now that the Vodafone Fiji FAC tournament will feature only 6 teams. The tournament was previously scheduled to be held in Suva, but in light of the current pandemic, Fiji FA has shifted it to Lambasa in November. Rewa FC acting head coach Marika Rondu says with 8 district teams competing for a spot, he knows there's a lot of work to be done to earn a place at the Fiji FAC.
At the moment, there's no indication of any team that would miss out because everybody is currently in the race for the top 5 position. So anybody can miss out in the Fiji FAC.
Cricket Fiji is looking to host a local T10 competition for the first time. This was revealed by Chief Executive Alice KONROTE while outlining the number of competitions planned for the end of this month if restrictions are lifted. KONROTE says the T10 competition is planned between clubs in Suva, Nadi and the outer islands, including Lau.
A 10-over cricket bash. So we haven't yet formally named it, but we're looking along the lines of a Cricket Fiji Bula Bash League. 10 overs, rapid fire, everyone come and have a good hit, especially after this lockdown period.
Cloudy periods with brief showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Mainly fine elsewhere, cool at night. And that's your FBC News now. Join us again at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. In times of crisis, you need news you can trust. Fight fake news by getting the facts from verified news sources like FBC's TV, radio, and digital media news, www.fbcnews.com.fj, keeping Fijians connected with the truth. Stay safe.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.